In this video, I'm going to take you through the process that I would go through if I wanted to bring on my first 10 clients as a SaaS marketing agency. But before we get into that, first of all, for those of you who are new to this channel and don't know who I am yet, my name is Niall. I'm the director over at Scale Certified, and we work specifically with agency owners, taking them through the process of becoming the next generation of agency owner, working with sales funnels, how to actually leverage and master marketing, and also how to build SaaS marketing agencies in particular, where we leverage software like GoHighLevel to build an automated SaaS agency hybrid model. Now, this is such a powerful model because we can build monthly recurring revenue up very, very quickly. We can leverage GoHighLevel and license it to sell it as our own software. We can white label it to our preferences, and it allows us to build landing pages for customers and have them come on as their own user, to build landing pages, to have custom landing pages imported into their accounts, to run SMS follow-up, powered dialers, CRM systems, Google ads, Facebook ads, the works. It literally does everything in the realm of marketing for a business, and it's an incredible asset for them. So GoHighLevel allows us to license that software and actually become a SaaS agency hybrid ourselves. We can use the software to bring customers in using our own pricing plans, owning all the data as well, which is super important, and then upselling those customers, not only building the monthly recurring revenue, but to also upsell and upgrade those customers into standard marketing services like Google Business Profile Optimization, Review Management, Database Reactivation, Facebook Ads Management, Google Ads, SEO, everything you can think of. It allows us to bring customers in very, very quickly and then build trust, likability, and upgrade those customers later on. So one of the main benefits of the SaaS agency is monthly recurring revenue, right? It's the holy grail when it comes to agencies. There's no better feeling when that monthly recurring revenue comes in on autopilot, and it is on autopilot because we're not charging $2,000 with a high pressure service to begin with clients, right? We don't have that issue. We have services at 97, 197, 297, 497, and it builds up from there. Now, reality is these price points, they auto bill every single month, right? They come in on autopilot and we don't have to worry about it. And also because we leverage GoHighLevel, which is over $60 million in funding, if it had $60 million in funding, it means it works, right? If they wouldn't have that if the software didn't actually work. So we can trust and we know that it works. So it's proven. It's a proven in-demand offer. It has functionality that is actually in demand that customers want and need. And it's already proven. We don't have to worry about it, right? The fulfillment is taken care of. We can trust that the fulfillment is taken care of for us, and it really takes that pressure off of the agency owner and allows us to focus on client acquisition, which is an incredible asset to be able to focus on that. Most agencies, they have to worry about the fulfillment on the back end. They have to juggle all the different balls. And it's something where they almost jeopardize themselves, right? Sometimes they bring clients in and then they might have a couple of clients on the line, but they don't have the confidence to close them or to keep building that stack and that monthly recurring revenue because they then know they have to go fulfill for that after the fact. We don't have to worry about that. We can focus all our energy on client acquisition, building up that mountain of monthly recurring revenue month after month after month, and it means we can scale a lot faster and a lot more effectively. So to get our first 10 clients, we've got 3 steps we're going to go through. First of all is building that killer offer. We need to build an offer that is a complete no-brainer. Our profit comes from the monthly recurring revenue. So with that initial offer, that month 1 offer, all I'm looking to do is I'm just looking to bring clients in rapidly, right? I'm looking to break any investment I had in that customer acquisition, whether that's ads, cold email, LinkedIn. I'm looking to break that cost even. Oftentimes we will profit, but I'm looking to break that even in month 1 because after that, the monthly recurring revenue is going to kick in and we don't have any cost apart from our hard cost for the software. That's it. So it builds, it stacks, the profit margins stack up and up and up and up. And it's an incredibly lucrative business model, all because we have the opportunity to focus our energy, our time on breaking even that first month and stacking that revenue up. And it builds up really, really quickly like a snowball. The second aspect is engagement. So with our offer, we build assets onto the software. You're going to see what I mean by this in a minute. This ensures that the customers are engaged. So for example, if we have an insane no-brainer offer where we build a website for that customer, most companies charge $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $8,000 for websites, right? And it's a big barrier to entry. Now, one really powerful way of doing this is to actually have a website on the front end where they have a simple custom website built out for them for $97 per month. And that is our killer offer. The software with all of its capabilities plus the custom website on the front end, because it builds that retention, right? If their asset is on the software, it's going to stack up. They're not going to leave, because if they leave and they want to still have a website that's operational, they're then going to have to go pay someone $2,500-$8,000 to then rebuild that website. So they're basically locked in. They're not going to leave the software. It's lower cost for them. It has much more functionality than just the website. And of course, best yet, the website is already built. It's already there, and they didn't have to pay huge amounts for it. And it means you've got a sticky monthly recurring revenue operating on autopilot every single month. Then it comes to retention. So our profit margin builds month after month. As those months progress, our profit margin increases. So customer retention is probably the most important aspect of this. And because of the way we build this, our profit margins are so strong because we focus on retention. We build assets onto the platform, which then result in retention, and engagement, and then retention. So as we build, every time we acquire a new customer, we don't have holes in our boats. We're not losing customers, really. Our churn rate is probably going to be less than 10%. Whereas an agency, a typical marketing agency, they've got 60% churn rates, right? So it's a big difference. So as we acquire 10 clients, just 10 clients per month, we're building and building and building and building. And that's the beauty of it. We're not losing them. We're not having to put pressure on our workforce or fulfillment or any of that. We're just building on top of that and building our bank of monthly recurring revenue. And it is the best feeling you'll ever have when that stack builds up. Now, when I talk about killer offer, this is an example of what I mean. On the left-hand side here, we've got our ads, cold email, and LinkedIn, right? That's our traffic sources. That's where the clients are going to be coming from. And we build what we call a ladder funnel. So what you're looking at here, this is the function, the structure of what a ladder funnel actually is. So for example, what we could sell on the front end is a done-for-you website built, right? In maybe 14 days, maybe 30 days, whatever. And as I mentioned, a lot of companies will charge $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for this, right? So we can run paid advertising or cold email, LinkedIn, and get attention because the value that we offer for the money is incredible, right? It's a proper done-for-you website for only $97. And that's the front-end offer. So what that means, we're going to have a high customer acquisition velocity. So all those customers are going to come in really quickly. Now, I don't really care if I'm profitable with this. That's not something I care about, because what I'm also doing is, in order to build the website, they need the software to host the website, right? If they build with someone else, they're going to have to pay to host it. We don't make them pay. We give them the software and we host the website for them on the software with all of its additional functionality. Like I said, it's like power dialers, text message automations, Google Business Profile, review management, CRM systems, landing pages, funnels, memberships. Everything they could possibly need is on that platform, including their website. So we're selling a front end offer that's insane. $97 done for you website, maybe 3, 4, 5 pages, not much, right? Templated design, we customize the design time and time again. So we get faster and faster. Our profit margin builds and builds and builds on this. Included in that is a subscription. Obviously, the $97 upfront plus a 30-day free period included on the platform. And then in order to keep that website active, once they've connected to their domain and such, they have to keep paying $97 per month to keep it active. So it's a great offer for them. They don't have to pay $5,000 for it, for a website, and then deal with the hosting. The website is built for them, and then they pay that monthly subscription for the entire platform instead, right? And that means they've got an asset on the platform. They're not going to leave because the asset is actually on the platform. They don't really have much of a choice, because they're going to have, if they want to leave, they're going to have another website built out for them, and it's never going to be that good of a deal. So the beautiful thing is, we have that low barrier to entry using our customer acquisition channels from LinkedIn, cold email, and paid ads. Fast user acquisition, so people are going to buy this quickly because it is an incredible, crazy good offer. And then we're going to have the retention because they have to stick with the platform in order to, have the website functional. And we then benefit because we've got a fixed cost, not per user. We've got a one set fee per month. Doesn't matter if we'll get 10 users or 100 users on the platform, the fee's the same. So our profit margin just builds and builds and builds and builds. And we get this payment every single month without really having to do too much. And that's the idea. It's not about having $5,000 deals per se. It's more so about building that stack of monthly recurring revenue. And then what you could do is you could offer an additional upgrade for, say, $97 or $197, where they could get the site built in a single day, right? Because people will pay for speed. So not only are they coming in paying $97, which often breaks your ad spend even as it is, then you've got an upgrade, which a lot of people will take at an additional $97, which is profit, just to put them at the front of the queue for priority purposes. You get a lot of those, and that builds your profit margin on that month one. So not only are we breaking even month one, we're probably profiting at this point as well, which is a beautiful scenario. If you can acquire customers on a subscription at a profit, you're going to win, because you've then got the monthly recurring revenue, the repeats coming in month after month. Now, once those customers are indoctrinated into your platform, because you value stacked at the front end, you then have a customer base that know, like, and trust you, right? They're with you. You've given them tremendous value, and they then come to you for their marketing needs. It could be SEO, Google Ads, Facebook ads, social media management, short form content, anything of this sort, further websites, landing page, anything you can think of, right? They then come to you for these additional services, and you can actually build upgrades onto the platform. So you can build your own marketplace where they can select different products, which they will. And that means you've got no cost on this, right? That customer is paying to be on the platform every month, where you can position upgrades, which is additional revenue for yourself, and it comes with no acquisition cost on it. So you've only got the fulfillment cost, and that's it. It's a beautiful position to be in. And that's the magic in what we're doing. We're bringing people into our audience that are networked really, really quickly at a profit, most likely, building that monthly recurring passive revenue up, and also lining up that opportunity for upgrades in the future. This is an incredible model. This is the ultimate agency model, because most people try to acquire customers for this section only, right? That's all they try and do. And they have to pay their acquisition cost on it. And then there's higher stress because it's a cold lead with a higher end service. They've got the stress to fulfill. Here, we're only working with customers that we know, and the experience is 10 times better because they know us, right? We don't have that trust issue. They already trust us at that point. And that's the magic in what we're doing. This is why this is part of the next generation of digital agency, right? This is why this is so powerful. When we look at the numbers, it starts to stack up and it becomes ridiculous. First of all, the initial offer with the break even, that's our target. I don't really care if I'm profitable on that $97 offer. I do not care. Really, I just want to break even. The chances are you're probably going to be profitable. I mean, we've got some that operate at 2-3 times the profit just on that acquisition, which is incredible. It's fantastic. But again, I take it with a grain of salt. I don't care. As long as I'm a net zero for that, as long as I can spend $100 in acquisition and that very same day I make $100 back, I don't care, because I just repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. It returns any ad spend on a daily basis, and it builds that user base from the outset. Then we've got the asset on the platform, so the monthly recurring revenue stacks. We value stacked, which means the users stick to the platform to retain the value they received. So if we've got a 10%, say we've got a 10% churn rate, right, which is probably a little bit high for having an asset on the platform. That's probably relatively high. So if we acquire 10 users, we lose one after the first month. Then we acquire another 10 users the next month because the offer is so good. We've just doubled our monthly recurring revenue, right? We lose one again. Well, maybe lose two that month, right? But after month 3, your churn's going to drop as well. Because after month 3, the ones that forget about it, the ones that can't afford it, they're gone. And you've only got the people that are actually using it. So your churn rate is going to drop. So that monthly recurring revenue is going to build up by 10, by 10, by 10, by 10 every single month. And that's where your profit is going to come from. It stacks on top of it. And it's not as if you're restarting from zero every month. No, this repeats. That's the beauty in what we're doing. This is why it's so powerful. And of course, finally, they build trust. They build trust and they receive incredible value because of how good that offer is. And then they upgrade to on-platform upgrades quite often because they want the next service. They're always going to want more from you because they pulled their credit card out, they transacted, and you delivered on that service. The fact that GoHighLevel makes it a lot easier for us to deliver is even better. But the reality is we delivered on more promises, and they're going to come back for more because they trust us and they need the services anyway. And they're going to knock on our door because they're with us, they trust us, and we don't have that financial nervousness because they've given us their credit card before, they've paid us money, and they received what we told them they were going to receive. And that's the magic. This isn't just acquiring clients for a digital marketing agency, right? This is building an entire infrastructure for an agency. This not only takes you to the next level, but if you're just getting started, this also provides that entryway because you can acquire clients quickly without worrying about the fulfillment on the back end. Like, it's already done for you, right? You don't have to worry about it, which is why this is so powerful. Now, the golden rule, the final point before we move on, the golden rule of monthly recurring revenue, with $97 per month in monthly recurring revenue, it operates on autopilot with a low churn rate. Now, what I mean by 6 months is still 50% of revenue. If you build up, say, $10,000 per month in monthly recurring revenue, right? You could do nothing, and I say this from experience because this is exactly what I experienced. You could literally do nothing for 6 months. So not engage, right? Just allow it to run. You could do nothing for 6 months. And by that month number 6, you would still have at least 50% of your revenue still coming in, because it's how monthly recurring, it's how this passive monthly recurring SaaS hybrid agency model works. It's so sticky that you could go on holiday if you want for 6 months and you still have 50% of that revenue coming in the next month. That's the beauty behind what we're doing. It's stable, it's secure, and it gives you that confidence, the stability, the infrastructure to really build on top of that business and scale. That's the beauty. If you like content like this, like and subscribe to my channel. Spam that like button for me. It really helps tell me which content you like, what you don't like, any comments you need. If you need help with anything, I always answer as much as I possibly can. So please, anything you need help with, ask me in the comments. I'll definitely come back to you. And the reality is, if you like this content, let me know because I can produce more of it. And of course, check out the other videos on my channel because they're all geared towards this structure. And I think you might find some benefit. As I said, any questions, just let me know. And that wraps up this video.